so you can be part of these organizations, so you can have the career you want. All right, your reward for doing all this is life on your own terms. All right, my background real fast. Grew up in basically half poverty my whole life. Got out of school, $48,000 in debt, driving a $200 car. Couldn't get a job to save my life, and decided, hey, maybe this corporate thing isn't for me. So I went into real estate, one house at a time. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to get all the houses you want. I'm going to show you how to control all the houses you want. If you're starting with nothing, okay, you're exactly where you should be, okay? When I started, I was negative $48,000, which means I had to work 2 years just to be worthless, okay? That's right. I had to work 2 hard years just so I could be worth nothing, all right? So if you're not where you want to be, don't panic right now. This is what this class is set up for, all right? I taught at Bowling Green State University, Tri-C for a bunch of years, LCC, and I also taught for Ohio Business College. We're teaching that same class for you if you join, all right? There's no gimmicks here. If you join the club, we'll teach you for free. Why would we do all this stuff? Why would we make a possible competitor out of you? That's not the way we look at it, okay? The way we look at it is, have you ever tried to dance with somebody that doesn't know how to dance? You both look foolish, okay? We want you at our level because then we can do some business together, all right? We look at you as opportunities, not threats. So we're gonna train you at the highest level so you can do it. It's right down here. It starts March 15th. I got a bunch of flyers. Make sure you see Gary over here. Gary, raise your hand real fast before you leave. How many rookies do we have in here that are new to the club? Raise your hand. Okay, how many people believe if you were just taught that you could change your life? Raise your hand again. You're all right. Okay, I'm gonna change your mindset. What I'm a specialist at is finding where you belong in this industry. Some of you might be on the left side, the middle side, or the right side. I'll find where you belong. It's your natural sweet spot. You're gonna go there and you're gonna own that space. Okay, it doesn't matter how I got there or the next person got there. We're gonna find out what you're naturally gifted at, and then we're gonna make you the best at it. If you do those 2 things, find out where you belong on the food chain and outwork everybody in your space, I promise you, you will have wealth beyond your wildest dreams, okay? If I can do this, you can do this, all right? My name is Michael Dennis. Come see me, all right? We've got some great speakers. You definitely want to check out this 90-day challenge. This is super cool, all right? I'm going to help you get launched. They're going to help you stay on top. That's how we're going to connect it too, all right? Come see me. My name is Michael Dennis. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike Dennis. Well, listen. Some of you that have been here knows a few changes. Those of you that are new, you may not know this, but Rob the House Guy and the Real Biz Coach, LaRick Calhoun, have partnered together. And now we're bringing you Greater Cleveland RIA. So I would like, at this time, to introduce to you LaRick Calhoun, the Real Biz Coach. All right.
All right, welcome everybody.
Welcome.
All right, who's ready to make some money for 2023? Just by show of hands, I want to make sure I'm talking to the right people. All right, good. All right, so I have a brief presentation. I'm thankful for our special guests from the state level. It's always good to hear what's happening on our behalf as real estate investors. We are a part of a huge network throughout Ohio, and you can't get anything done without having someone watching your back at a legal level. And that's what our organization does under the leadership and the connection with the state of Ohio program that you just heard about, and that's OREA. So we will all be at OREA in November, right?
Yes.
Who's going to go for free by just filling in, making sure they do the program that he mentioned? It's the PHP, Professional Housing Provider. All right, who's going for free? By show of hands, I want to see that real quick. All right, I'm gonna be looking for y'all. That's what the challenge is about. So, my name is LaRick Calhoun, as you heard, and I am a real estate business professional. And there's a difference because you have some people that are real estate investors, and you have some people that are real estate professionals. You have some people that are just in real estate. Some people need to get out of real estate, right? Because they're not doing a great job of being professional. So I'm going to give you a quick presentation. Myself and my team, Team 2 Excel, for the last, when the real estate industry crashed in 2008, some of you may remember that, some of you may not. I was at the height of my business. I had been making as a loan officer about $30,000 to $40,000 a month in my loan officer business. And I was fixing and flipping properties like crazy. I had about 11 properties running at one time, project managing, moving properties everywhere. It was a machine. I thought it would never cut off. It cut off. And when it cut off, I lost everything. And when I lost everything, being an entrepreneur since I was 11, you would have thought I would have came up with a few ideas. I was so busy being a professional that I had lost my entrepreneur edge, my hustle. I couldn't think my way out of that box. And as quick as it came, I was out of business. I also was homeless after that. You'll hear, if anyone you follow me online, you'll see I'm a part of a virtual summit, the Kingdom Now Summit that's coming up. It's a bunch of speakers. And we're going to share our story about things that cracked our head at some point in our life that we made it over. And so under here, I got the shirt on that says hard times don't last, because they don't. And so in the midst of that space that I was homeless, I ended up thinking like, you know what, Rick, how did you lose everything? And why are you in the basement of your church taking showers? Anybody know the word church is on the sportsplex? In the basement, there's a shower. Nobody know about that except for me. So I'm down there, right, taking showers, coming upstairs, serving at $150 a week, because that was all they could afford to give me at that time to do something that was not on their job description. And I'm like, how did you get here? You just had literally a $500,000 business, Lexuses everywhere, and you were in real estate. I got there because I lost my entrepreneur edge. I was being a professional. I was getting up every day working as it would never end. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. I sat there and I said, if I can get this thing back going, I'm going to create an organization that teaches entrepreneurship with professionalism. That would allow me to be able to create the first Turo. I could rent those cars before he took them out my driveway. I could have made the first Airbnb had I been thinking entrepreneurially. And some of you are in the same space, but you're ahead of the game because you haven't gotten in a situation where you're forced to think of something. And you can now do it on your own terms and come up with your own innovation. And so a little bit of stretch with the challenge is, I'm going to challenge you to go what Mike Dennis kind of talked about, a little bit outside the box. And I'm going to walk you through the presentation so you can understand it, but I'm going to walk you a little bit through it where you can understand how much more is in the industry than just fix and flip, wholesaling, landlording. There's a ton of other businesses. And a lot of times people get stuck getting into this industry because they jump in new and then they're new. They didn't bring their administrative background like Miranda over here, who is just delivering babies as a doula, raise your hand, who now took her administrative and nurturing skills, and she nurtures. Anybody think that, well, no, there may be some contractors in here. Sometimes some contractors, none that are in here, need to be nurtured by someone that deliver babies, right? And then she cares for them in a certain way, and all jokes aside, they love Miranda in her spirit. Well, to go in and just start flipping houses is one thing, but to start making money as a project manager is another. So Miranda, let's give it up for her, has made her first money as a project manager. She's shadowing the business. So a lot of you get in and you get nervous because you jumped directly into something that was all new. You didn't bring your current skills to the game. How many of you got backgrounds in sales? Then you should be looking at wholesaling, right? Before you get in, if you don't have background in management, then you may want to be careful about getting into property management ideas like fix and flip. It's going to take some management of your money, of your time, your resources, and you can lose because you don't understand those transferable skills. Everybody okay with that? Mm-hmm. So last thing I'll say before I go through these little couple slides is that when the industry crashed, I ended up becoming a consultant. I didn't know I was one when I started. It just ended up being a guy that they said, hey, look, this guy seems to have some cool ideas, some cool energy, and he's very innovative. You get innovative when you lose everything you're trying to figure out. I just came by innovation by default. But that became a niche for me, and I began to help other people figure out how to be able to reinvent their business, reinvent their brand, using everything that I learned when I lost everything. Is that okay? That's called your test becomes your testimony. All right? Okay? So when you hear this 90-day challenge, this is the sole goal. It's right here. What does it say on my back? I was hoping it was back there. I didn't look since I got it printed. I was like, what if she didn't print Georgia? So it just doesn't say anything. All right. You came here for results. You didn't come here just to network, just to connect, and some of you are way different levels. Here's what we've seen. Gary over here helped us to see this over the years of being in these RIA meetings. Too many people are coming in, networking, and thinking about possibilities, but going home and then waiting for the next meeting. And they're hiding behind fear. I don't have any money, I don't have any credit. All of that's getting ready to be erased. Some of you got all the skills and all the money, but won't scale and go into commercial. Period. Some of you got a boatload of money. It's kind of this table right here, and won't lend it to us as private lenders. Are y'all private? Y'all need to be private lenders. I know you got. David got all the money. That suit, I seen that suit. I couldn't afford that suit. I saw it though. All right, but think about it. There's some people out here that are just a little bit concerned about what happens if I go big. And I believe that those people are in the room, and they've been in this room too many times. So now Rob and I are introducing a 90-day challenge together. Y'all know Rob the House Guy. 25 plus years as a wholesaler, master salesperson when it comes to wholesaling, fix and flip. I mean, this dude is we're really like twins. A little different in the complexion, but we're close. When we got married, our cars were alike, we carried bags alike, hats alike. We're just the funniest ever, and we decided to come together and work together with you in order to move you through a simple process, if you choose to help you build your real estate business or launch it in 2023. Is that okay? All right, anybody ready for that? Clap your hands, show hands, something. Give me some hands. I promise you this is not going to be hokey. I couldn't be hokey and in my name and say real. What I do have to be real because I put it in my name. Second, we're going to go to the next slide. We talked about this already, but I do want to unpack this. You want to be a professional in your business. You want to be an entrepreneur in this industry. Think outside the box and get all the money you can in the shortest amount of time. Because tomorrow isn't promised, and someone can use your change, something you got in your heart that you could do if you just had all the money. And it's too many people that got all the money but don't have the heart that you have. That's the first challenge. And secondly, if you're in the business, be professional. That means have integrity and don't trade the dollar out for someone else's loss. That's what kept me out of jail when everybody else went to jail in 07, 08. It's because I was really, truly taking care of people. And I had launched this business to excel in 2003. I was ahead by educating people because I felt like there needed to be more integrity and more professionalism in the industry. Next. What is the 90-day challenge? It's simple. Your vision, which is what that book is there for those who want to participate, plus the accountability, plus action equals results. Whatever vision you have, and please don't think that you got a bigger vision than anybody else in the room that you don't necessarily need to be held accountable. They hold people accountable at the NBA level. If you ain't stroking $1 million checks out right now, then maybe your accountability is for you to be doing $1 million a month versus $1 million a year. So this is becoming humble and saying, you know what, even the coaches need a coach. If LeBron needs a coach to take his thing to the next level, then maybe you do too. Vision, whatever you put on that paper in that book, and you bring that to us, and then we have a system that holds you accountable to what you said you wanted to do. And we have resources locally, nationally, and internationally. Between Rob and I, we have every single resource. I promise you, you test us. We have every single resource. If not, we're one phone call away for getting you the resource you need to grow your business. Period. I got 7 multi-million-dollar partners that will come in here, and they will be at our, what you see at the End Expo, that will talk to you about how to be able to grow Cleveland real estate business. Own all the blocks up and down Cleveland. Commercial on down, and you know what I'm talking about. You sat in one of the meetings. So we do have the resources available, but you have to be willing to take action, and then you'll get your results. Some people are stuck in vision, some don't want to be held accountable, and if you don't have those two, you won't have the action and you won't have the results. I've tested this, I've used it for over 7 years in this particular system. Next. So they say, well, no, Lorraine, what is really the 90-day challenge going to be made up of? So how many of you in here are wholesale focused people? By show of hands. Okay, that's usually the majority of the room. Fix and flip. Oh boy, we down to, is everybody here landlords? Landlords. Oh goodness, okay, nice. All right, and just new, getting started. All right, good, okay. So we got a pretty even room. Somebody in here is just all out. These people aren't gonna raise their hand. They're already doing it big, and they just want to scale to a whole nother level. That's your Grant Cardone group. You don't have to raise your hand. I don't want them following you out to your car. All right, this is the last thing. I want you to just take a second to make sure you note down which one you're gonna be doing. We do want to be able to, at the end of this, we want to separate which group so we can know who you are. And we want you to connect with your peers. If nothing else, trust me on this. Even if you don't do the 90-day challenge, when we get done and you break out and you find a group that's your peers, they have a lot of value to bring to you. So when we're done, we're going to break out the fix and flip groups, the people that are new, the people that are in the rental property or in just we'll say rental, and people that are looking to scale their business, or the others. If we get those people together, then we're going to network. There's nothing more confusing than 15 minutes of networking with someone that couldn't do anything for your business. We want to be intentional about that in 2023. Next slide. So the challenge will work really simple. Once you give us your vision, find your peers, because they will be the ones that you will say, you know what, I'm in the challenge and I'm rolling through it. And I'm gonna give you one good example of that in a second. Then decide if you want to get in the challenge, and then you sign up. That's really easy. We didn't try to make it like over complicated. It's like, you want to roll, let's roll. I'm gonna show you what that looks like on the next page. I gotta give a plug for why I'm so bold about this right now. Some of you, by show of hands, know Grant Cardone, right? You watch him on the internet. Grant Cardone makes $9 million a month. He owns over $1 billion in real estate, and he's a real estate and business trainer. I jumped into a speak-off, I told y'all last time, I jumped into a speak-off competition. Just like the next American Idol, they will be viewing it. I hope they don't use any of my footage. I didn't make it to the, oh man, I'm hoping that they don't. I signed something. But I swear, man, this is how I lost. Imagine for 1 second, I just gotta come off, keep 1 second. I'm sitting, they got 5 rooms, I make it to the semifinals, I'll be 800 people to get to the semifinals in Miami. They say, okay, these 5 rooms, y'all can't tell what's in the rooms, but they all are part of the test. The first room I go into, now this competition, this isn't even a challenge. Competition means you get to lose in front of a lot of people, right, that's competing against you. I'm in there, and the guy got the big lights back there, and the guy in the camera, he said, okay, just stay on the camera. I'm gonna be recording, you got a Facebook Live audience, they wanna hear your message, and you speak it to them, and as they're speaking, we're gonna just be judging their response. Your 1 minute presentation, you got 45 seconds to do.
1 minute?
I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get 2 minutes or 1 minute. That's you get your whole story in there. I get ready to start. Okay, my name is Lorraine Calhoun, and I just go, I'm ready. The dude in the back with the light literally falls with the light behind the couch.
Oh, God.
Mr. Empath. I'm like, and so you can be, is he okay? And I go to try to help him. No, you're like, well, no, go ahead. I'm like, well, you got 13 seconds. I'm like, I can't get back on focus. The guy is hurt. He's like, okay, that's it, man. Give me a shake hand, man. This is part of the plan. It was like, if you can't stay focused. Oh my goodness. Here's what I learned by the time I got done with Grant, Elena Cardone, Stormy Wellington, Pete Barger, Pat Quinn. I learned that competition makes you step your game up. I was real unapologetic about challenging people about to make some money. I paid $3,000 for a 2-day training just to get ready for them. I paid them $3,000 for a 2-day training on November 29th and 30th. I spent $6,000 in 45 days to compete, and I lost. But I won, because if you go on my Facebook page, you'll see Pat Quinn and Peter and Tamara Lowe on the same page with me, because I competed with myself. We have to challenge ourselves in 2023 to go further than we ever went. I dropped out of college because I don't want to speak in front of 8 people. Why am I speaking on a TV show? This is important. Last slide. This is the way it's going to work. On beginning January 24th at 9 a.m., our call system will begin to stalk your phone if you sign up. It's going to call you only one time. And it's not really going to stalk you. But we got an automated system that will call you. You don't have to remember, I forgot the conference call. No, it won't forget you. It's going to call you. You don't have to get on Zoom and fix your hair and that stuff. It's going to call you on its own. Every Tuesday, we're going to have Drive Tuesday. It's an accountability check-in and help with your challenges on your vision. Not on my vision, not on my program or product, is whatever you want to do. You ask your questions, you hear other people winning. When you're around other people winning, science shows that you will begin to win because you're around winners. Power Up Thursday, you just heard that from Raven. We started off high energy because right now people are committing suicide and they're depressed at a higher rate because right now they don't think they got a way out. We don't take and minimize that. We bring high energy everywhere because we don't know who we talking to. Twitch, Dave and Buster is now just Dave. At the height of his success, Buster decided to check out at his own hands. So we make sure we bring the energy on Thursday to remind you of who you are and what your purpose is in doing what you do so you can help your family, help somebody else. And then we have a private online community that we're going to flood with resources and discounts to make sure that you have every single thing you need. And you test us and you blast us out in there if we don't email you back. LaRick, you didn't give us something that I needed to go to my next level, and you told me you would. Is that okay? Yeah. Right in the group, you can blast us. Is that okay for you right there? That's simple. It's 2 phone calls. Can anybody do 2 phone calls? That's all. In the midst of that, Rob and I are going to be coaching you, and there's some other levels if you want us to work with you, direct hands-on, to be able to walk with you a little bit more on projects and things of that nature. We could do that, but this is what's going to be in this package. Next slide, you get to the expo. We're going to, with your permission, on the 24th through the 26th, we run a very nice real estate biz expo. And we like for you to be on that stage showing off what you've done so you can inspire some other people to do what you did. Is that okay? So we already have an expo that's going to be throughout the city, and it's going to be phenomenal. Day 1 is going to be a whole lot of networking and connections with a lot of resources. Day 2 is going to be a half day of going out and looking at properties and finding real deals. Then you're going to come back at noon for lunch and actually write up actual deals. If you don't know how to write up a deal, you're going to be in the workshops learning how to write a deal. You saw a deal, you write that deal up on that Saturday. It ain't going to be about what you could have, would have did. And on this side, if you don't know how to write a deal, you'll be in classes teaching you how to be able to write a deal. Is that fair? And then on Sunday, we'll have some motivation. We're going to have other people speaking and teaching and sharing so you can leave knowing that you can really do it. You can really build a multi-million-dollar business. We're going to have some special guests that have achieved what you're trying to achieve. Is that okay? And then last but not least, the next should be what everybody's asking for. If it's not there, then I'll just say it. All right. Always some tech weight counters.
Right. Give me a second.
Somebody like, what's the price? Anybody want to know what the price is? Like, that's why you ain't raise your hand. You're like, I don't want to be rolled up into no upsells.
How many of you are not RIA members so far?
Okay. RIA, first of all, is only $297 for the year. I spent $3,000 for 2 days to learn one topic. So I don't want to apologize about that no more. It's $297. $297. If you're a member of RIA, this program is $99 a month. For 3 months, it's about $298 that you pay every month. $99 a month. That's it. You're going to get all the energy. You're going to get deals from Rob and I. If you need help with funding, I have private funders that don't have even private funding banners. I have a buddy, you know who he is, that will fund your deal. If you buy the property or he'll buy the property and you fix it up, he'll pay the money. You pay back 10% flat, no fees. We will joint venture. I have a property right now. If anybody want to test me, call me, text me when I leave here. We can go tomorrow and partner on it, and we'll start at the next, we'll have the legal work done. As soon as we can get the legal work done over there, then we can start on a joint venture on a project this week.
Where is it at?
It's on 175th and Miles, a 2-bedroom that I'm going to rehab and sell. So if somebody was new and y'all wanted to gang up on that property together, we could group up on that property, have our property legal paperwork put together. You could be in real estate by the end of the week. And we have more of those. Okay? So $297 is one membership annually for you to be a part of the RIA organization that gets you access to all the resources and tools you need to grow your real estate investor business. $99 a month is your plus. You add on if you want to get into the challenge. If you're already a member, then you just pay the $99 a month. You commit, we start on the 24th, and then we go. Raven, raise your hand. Raven has made money already, is through the 90-day challenge. Wendy out of Detroit, we're just gonna put her pictures up there. Wendy, raise your hand. Wendy runs our Detroit office. We have an office in Detroit and one in Raleigh, North Carolina. Wendy runs that office, and Wendy is developing properties. She owns about 8 or 9 properties now, and she's fixing up properties, and we go down there and support Wendy. So we are in 3 markets. This is our home though. And we got other examples, and we have youth. Come on. There's someone around here. But come on, and we got these fine young gentlemen back here that have been through our program, so you can bring your youth, and they can even work on our houses. Got it? So I'm going to end right there, and I'm going to open up just for a few questions around what you want to ask me about the program. And then I would like to end with us breaking out into those groups so you can network appropriately. These booklets are for you to take back. The ePro 90 Day, write your notes in them. And when you decide to become a part of the program, you're going to get this kit. You're going to get a 90-day challenge I'm in t-shirt. And we're going to flood you with a couple things just to keep you pumped and keep you a part of something. And it's just good to be a part of something positive. And here's my selfish thing. It's too many people in here, and I'll close on this, that want to change the world, but they don't know us as a group. And all the groups that are out there tearing down the world are loud and branded. I would like to be a part of people seeing possibility. I'd like for us not to be a secret in 2023. So I'm going to put a few of you on blast as we get ready to start transforming lives, because I needed you when I was 11, 13, 20, right? Somebody needs you to see what you're doing so they can be inspired and not be checking out.
Yes, absolutely.
Money and wealth building should not be a secret.
That's right.
All right, any questions for me? Thank you for your time. I know we had 3 presentations back to back, but I'm thankful for the state of Ohio coming in and sharing what they shared. And but any questions that anyone want to say, or any comments of anyone want to say of something they heard that inspired them inside the information from top to bottom so far?
I got one.
Yes.
When doing a joint venture with you all, what does it look like for us?
What does it look like for you?
Yeah.
So 2 things. Are you new to the business?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
You done a flip before or no?
No.
So 2 things it'll look like for you. It's called Earn While You Learn. We're going to set up where you earn income, so you could come in with sweat equity, you can come in with revenue. Depending on the revenue you come in at, we bring that to the table where you actually are a part of an investment group, and you'll have some money to come back to you based on that investment that you're making. So we have to pull that together through legal form and the language that goes within there, so I don't want to say how that part works. We'll sit down and talk about that so it's not confused. And then we do that, we kind of joint venture on a project together. We all work on it together. You can actually come in and physically paint. You can go to the store and get materials. That's what Raven, we got pictures. We did the projects together. Or you can sit back and just be like, well, I just want to be someone that lends privately to the project. Whichever way, you can be involved in it. When we finish that property, then it sells. My wife is a real estate agent. It's Patrice Calhoun. Let's give it up for Patrice Calhoun for supporting me. She's a real estate broker as of recently now, and with EXP, so she would list the property. Yep, and then and generally we always have buyers on the back end waiting on the properties for us. So you pretty much, once we start, there'll be buyers waiting, and then we would just fix them and sell them. And our goal in that is for you to make your first money. You won't get rich on a group venture, but you'll get the knowledge. And we've done a ton of them. I got a whole portfolio to show you. Even through the pandemic, we crushed 5 of them. Didn't lose one.
I can't talk.
Oh, yes. All right. Any question?
Do you have to be local to JV?
Do you have to be local? Absolutely not. The 5 properties that we did through the pandemic, nobody was local. They proved it too. And never come back. I got a real business coach then, boy. I got a truck, boots, bust my finger 3-4 times, but we sold them houses. But yeah, so no, you don't have to be. And we could come in your area and do business because we're already in 3 markets. Any other questions or comments?
I live in Richmond, Virginia.
West Virginia?
Richmond.
Richmond, Virginia. Got a ticket there. We won't be joint venturing with you. We just got a ticket on the way here. I got the ticket. That was horrible, man. Yeah. All right. Yes.
I got just a comment to make.
Okay.
So, thank you,
Yes.
appreciate it. So I mean, if you go out to do something new, you're scared of it, right? And we all put it off. We procrastinate on doing it because it's intimidating to us. Because we don't know anything about it. But then you do that thing 5, 10, 15 times, and all of a sudden it's the back of your hand. No problem, I got this. Same thing with real estate. Real estate's like the most amazing way to build generational wealth. It really is. Do something, pass it on to your kids, keep building an empire. But you got to pull the trigger. You got to do your first deal to get it started.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's give it up for that. You got to get started somewhere. You have to. I know here, I wanted to make sure we tied together that Mike Dennis will be one of our coaches. Even though his actual 7-week program starts in March, he will be working with you all along with Rob and I for those that are going through the challenge, and then for those of you that need to get the nuts and bolts to the depth of each of the business, we're really here to get you started. Just get you moving. You can dig down and go deep with Mike in the 7-week program that he has starting in March. Y'all get that? So I wanted to make sure you know that all things are working together. And I also want to mention this table over here has sign-up sheets for all the resources that we will have. Contractors, coaches, deals, funding, legal help, everything you need will be at your phone, call, tip, and in that group to grow your business. I just got to say that because some of you may not still get it. I am relentless in making people money. So you need that in your corner. I don't care what level you are. I've managed portfolios for multi-millionaires that never came to Cleveland. Maybe they came 1 or 2 times. So we can help you with your business. All right, let's go back to this last, any question? All right, if you don't mind, this is the fun part, the networking part. I would like to make sure that you connect with people, and you can do it organically. But if you don't mind, when we get done, and they do this in North Carolina, and it seems to bring a lot of connections to that group, all of my landlords or wannabe landlords will be here. All right? If you aspire to be a landlord, and you're a landlord, you should network and congregate over here. Wholesalers, back over here. If you are fix and flip, over here. And if you are other, like real estate services, or I don't know where I'm going, you should stay real close Ironically, real close to the coaching booth. All right? Don't everybody be pointing and taking pictures of people that come out of the coaching booth. Everybody got to start somewhere. Landlords over here, wholesalers in this area, fix and flip over here, and then just trying to meet each other and take each other's phone numbers, please. Connect with each other, and then if you decide you want to join the challenge or become a member, Miranda will help you back there. Is that okay? Landlords, wholesale, fix and flip, and I'll stand over here for people that just need guidance in where they're going, and I hope to see you in the challenge. And,
If they want
and you can QR code if you want to join the challenge this way as well. I'll be available for questions. The music is coming on. Thank you all for your time. All right. Landlords, or Free Willy Willy. Landlords, wholesalers, fix and flips. Connect with each other, get each other's phone numbers. It's a powerful people in this room. Legal would be Mike Ricky. You want to ask me? Yeah, because they're kind of already.
Thanks, Dom. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Dom.
I have a question. If you were to tell yourself something at 19 years old,
I would tell myself to find a mentor and help pull out of it what I can do. Because when you start to mentorship, it can flush out what it is that we really don't want in life. So when you come in front of an organization like this, and you start putting stuff around, is it the landlord area, wholesaling? Okay, you done any of them?
yeah, we just did
Okay. Yeah, then the other thing I would say is go big, because at the end of the day, you still got enough room to fail and get yourself back up. So that's one thing I say. It's like go extra deep, like go number back. You have credit. Okay, so you actually would like to find yourself? Do like a lender? Oh yeah, good. Okay, yeah. Well, you're in the right space. Just go big with it, like go and take the time, but don't be afraid to go commercial. Don't be afraid to do $150,000 foot. You know what I mean? So that's what I was saying. All right, you're welcome. All right, thank you. Oh yeah. Yeah, order myself and we buy deals. What area is it? Okay. All right, so it's Oakshire. Okay, so then what's the ARV on it?
It's hard to get them out of there. The companies are there. Once they get to squat.
Are you a member here? Yeah. Well, one of the things on our platform, we got to upload you upload the house. But you can text over to we can, I got a young lady on touch who's going to be here that's actively buying, but we can blast it out. And we have, what we would do is we would get with you and another thing. How long are you?
I got a great partner.
Oh, I know Greg. Okay. So it's 20 plus 5. So it's two things we can do with it. One, I can have my wife listed. A lot of times people, oh, you do have listed? No bites. How much you got listed for?
35.
What was the lowest offers you got? Which was just like, you know Let me look at the property, because maybe what we can do is a lot of times what we've done is we've taken the property. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right, cool. I'll get you my card and you shoot it over to me. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nope. I just saw it right here. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you hit me up because we could also, when I talked about the group projects, we could possibly, if it can't get moved, then we fix it up and sell it. That's a group. Oh, okay.
I got you. What's your name?
L-A-R-I-C-K.
Rick. I'm Will Stu, man.
Will Stu. Okay.
Definitely.
I'll be in touch. Okay. Hit me up early.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right, yeah. All right, let's do that.
Usually I know in the first couple of few minutes when they're gonna vote.
Yeah, tweaking away like what we was gonna do, and then I kept saying, that challenge, Mom came out with a challenge. I'm like, man, all of a sudden, I've been doing that. All of a sudden, everybody's trying to win. And then if we just keep running, I'm gonna show you. Oh, here it is.
And I could also do some phone calls. Makes sense.
So look,
yeah, I do like, I kind of do some investment with the guys and things like that. But that's pretty much it. Just looking for like so I got another guy being happy to do. I'm not opposed to dealing with anybody. I'm paying by like this deal that I did when I'm here, I think that I might have.
Exactly. Yeah.
I ain't got no cars, guys.
6 months in advance.